All right, what's happening, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Something a little different. Thanks for tuning in. I'm actually driving right now on a job. Got a lot of time ahead of me, just sitting here on the road doing some thinking. And I didn't even bring the GoPro, so this is actually on my new phone. It's the Galaxy Note 20. I kind of changed it up from the whole iPhone game, but I don't know. It looks good on my end. We'll see how it works out. Hopefully it sounds okay for you guys. But I wanted to talk a little bit about a conversation that I had with some folks the other day. And I think it's a conversation, a pretty heavy topic with a lot of people, a lot of event runners, and obviously, as you can tell about the title of the video, what it's about, right? So yeah, what do you consider, or what is considered stock bottom end for somebody, right? Like for some dudes at the track, he's trying to hustle you, or a girl, could be a girl, right? Trying to hustle you and maybe doing a little grudge match, or maybe you're in a class that's requiring you to be a stock bottom end, whatever. And you hear, you know, dude's got this or she's got that, and you're like, well, wait a minute, that's not what a stock bottom end is, right? And so that's what kind of brought up the conversation of the day. I was actually, it started on Facebook, and then I had a conversation with some folks that I race with, and yeah, so, you know, a bunch of different theories, right? It's kind of based, I guess, on people's opinions, on what you guys dictate a stock bottom end. Now, I'll just go forth and say that I think my definition of what a stock bottom end, like engine in per se, but you hear that term a lot when it's referred to LSs, and so you see SBE, or you hear someone say it or whatever, and so that's kind of what I'm referring to, more along the lines of an LS. I mean, the terms could still be applied to like an older generation, you know, GM, like first gen, like small block or big block, or any of the Fords, Coyotes, old 302, whatever, what, you know, Hemis. But when I say that, it's kind of along the lines for LS, right? And so I proceed to think that the term stock bottom end means just that. It's stock in almost every single aspect when it attains to horsepower. How do I want to word this? So if you're taking an engine and you are making it to where it can hold additional power or make more power, then I think it's not considered stock anymore. Okay? And let me kind of elaborate on that. And so what I mean by that is if someone's taking and throwing like a set of ARP main studs, ARP rod bolts, and I use ARP just because that's a very common fastener for a lot of people's builds, right? There's obviously many other manufacturers out there that build them, but if you're changing main studs or you're changing rod bolts, then in my mind, it's no longer considered a stock bottom end. If you're changing the camshaft, I think it's no longer a stock bottom end. If you're adding, you know, like fire cut rings into the block and running like, you know, maybe even no head gasket or just the rings or what have you. If it's a, you know, you turn it into a full race deal, you put cement in it or whatever, you know, and it's full filled and whatever. So, and that's another thing. So adding, you know, fillers to it, right? So my thing is if you can keep it 100% stock, I'm talking about stock block, stock crank, stock rods, stock pistons, stock camshaft. Now, if you want to go changing the ring gap and put the factory rings back in the motor, but you just open the gap up a little bit, in my book, that's still considered a stock bottom end. If you want to, as a maintenance procedure item, right, like you're fixing an issue that it could potentially have in the future by changing, say, the main bearings or rod bearings out to just another set of like maybe OEM equivalents, or a race application bearing. But as long as you're not modifying the rod or modifying the crank in any kind of way, or the journals, and you're just shoving new bearings in them, and it's making it to where the engine will technically just last longer, then in my mind, bearings don't matter. That's still considered a stock bottom end. You can change the bearings. But I mean, that's it. In my book, I think that's it. If you tell me, man, look, this is a bone stock, like true stock bottom end, I've got the stock camshaft in it, like it's literally not been touched except for the ring gap. Like let's say it's a turbo motor, and someone's like, yeah, man, this thing rides. Like, okay, yeah, you've got some heads on it, right? And this thing's a ripper. It's ripping on the stock cam with badass set of heads. And let's say you got it behind like a 88 millimeter turbo or something. It's moving, right? But you can still say it's a stock bottom end. Now, if you come to me and you've got an OEM block, you've got an OEM crank, rods and pistons, and you've main studded it, you've put aftermarket fasteners for the rod bolts in it, ARP will say, you've put an aftermarket cam in it, you've degreed it, what have you, you've, like, let's say you filled the block half, and so now it's like half jack of water. Let's say even you went full with it, and it's got no cooling system on it no more, right? And you completely filled it. In my book, you no longer have a stock bottom end. It's not fully stock. Now, do you have a bottom end that has been modified with some stock parts retaining in it? Then sure, you could say that. You say that for the majority, you might have some stock things in it, but it's no longer a stock bottom end, right? You have now taken an engine that is predetermined to be able to hold X horsepower. You throw a number in there, it don't matter, right? Because numbers are all over the world. And you've now made it to where it can hold, I don't know, like twice as much power as it probably would have as if you didn't do nothing to it, okay? You no longer have a stock bottom end. I mean, you guys tell me what you think. Comment down below, let me know. I was trying to have this as a live feed, but I guess since I'm so new on Facebook, I'm so new on YouTube, I don't meet the terms or something is what it was saying. I thought I could do it live, but I guess I've got to have more subscribers or something. So hopefully this video and some of y'all's thoughts and processes and maybe topics we can talk about will make me grow to where I think I should be or want to be, right? So let me know. I'm about to upload this up here in just a few minutes since I can't do the live feed. Hopefully I can get some responses back, and I think it'll be good for the channel. And it's really just talking, guys. I got nothing to show. I mean, literally sitting on the truck pulling a trailer like to a location, so it's nothing crazy. But yeah, tell me what you guys think. The topic I think can be ongoing, and where if you're an event organizer and like let's say you're trying to hold a class and you're saying, okay guys, you can enter this class if you've got a stock bottom end. Now, one, it's going to be extremely hard for you to regulate that class because someone could come up with a stock appearing block and have it completely like sleeved and all kinds of other stuff, and which I actually meant to say that earlier. Like, let's say you sleeve a block and you throw a set of stock pistons in it. Is it stock anymore? No, right? So that's what I think. A lot of people think that you can throw sleeves in a block. You can throw main studs or ARP rod bolts or an aftermarket cam. A lot of people think cams. A lot of people think that you can change on a stock bottom end. They think you can change a cam and it still be considered a stock bottom end. Now, remind me in the comments below where you think the fucking camshaft goes in a motor. because that was another one of those heated conversations we had. I say it's heated, but it was all good. It was all fun, just car guys talking, you know. But where does the camshaft go in an engine? Okay, let me rephrase that, because they go all the different places. Where does the camshaft go in early gen GM engines and LSs, right? Because that's kind of what I'm talking about, is LSs. But I know Coyotes and stuff are overhead cams. I'm not talking about that, but right, it's in the bottom end. All right, so when you order a short block, some of the guys were talking about this. You order a short block, you can get the short block without a cam. Okay, you can also order a short block with the cam, right? So that's where a lot of people are thinking that it's not considered a short block, because you can order the short block without the cam. And they kind of hinted at the fact that, like, when you order a top end kit, like heads and cam, timing chain setup, that's considered a top end. I don't necessarily agree with that. The cam is in the bottom of the motor. It's a stock bottom end. It doesn't say stock bottom end minus a cam, okay? People don't talk about it like that. So anyway, let me know what you guys think about that. I think that's really kind of what's going to boil down to a lot of the topic. A lot of people kind of agree with the whole, you know, you're not allowed to main stud them and all that stuff, and I completely agree. I also agree that you can't say you have a stock bottom end if you change the fucking camshaft. So anyway, let me know. I don't want to make this video too long. We're already clicking off here at about 12 minutes, and I'm not going to be editing this video at all. I'm not in front of my computer, so I can't. This is just straight uploaded, straight from my phone. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you comment below. Please let me know what you guys think about this topic. It's ongoing, so, you know, I'm interested to see what you guys got to say. And make sure you smash that like button. If you're not a subscriber already, hit that subscriber so I can get enough subscribers so then I can start going live and asking you guys questions, or if I go hit the track up or what have you. All right, appreciate it. Catch you guys on the next video.